Are you struggling with a child who did great in a classroom situation but is now required to do online learning during the pandemic or any other time? They just don't seem interested, and it's a battle every day to get them to go online and do their work and stay on task. You're not alone, but there is a solution, and in this short video, I'm going to give you my recommendation to stop that struggling and how you can start to get your child excited about learning at home. Now, believe me, as long as you're struggling and your child is too, the online schooling may not be for you or for them. You can change this. Even if you work outside the home, this scenario can work if you're willing to put in the time. In fact, if you're both already struggling with online schooling, you are likely spending as much time already on helping them get through it as you would trying this different method of education. Now keep this in mind, the school system does not have to rule your life or the education of your child. You can do this in another way, and your child can be excited about schooling at home. Even if it's temporary, you can change the whole scenario. Here's my suggestion. Ditch the online school altogether. Now let me explain. You want to stop all this frustration and start getting your child excited about learning at home, and your child struggling to adjust to an online system that their brain just is not set up to handle. So there needs to be something to spark their interest, something that causes them to be motivated to do their schoolwork and become excited about what they can learn. Is online schooling doing that? No. So here is step-by-step what to do. Number 1, find what your child needs to know at their grade level. Now, I homeschooled my children for about 13 years, and one of the things I used that was invaluable to keeping me on track was the grade level workbooks you can buy at just about any store that carries books. The very best part, these take no parental preparation. These workbooks have the grade level expectations of what a child should be learning each year. The specific ones I recommend are inexpensive, have worksheets that include several basic subjects, are colorful and engaging, give instructions and information on each page that's very simple and to the point, and once you give the worksheet to your child, they can work on it independently. Like I said, these workbooks take no advanced preparation on the part of the parent. You can just open the workbook, go over the worksheet with your child, and let them do it. It's great. And you know your child is learning the things they need to know for each grade level. I'll put a link in the description below that will get you right to the workbooks that I recommend for ages 4 and up. Now, number 2 is keep it simple. I would let my children do a worksheet and then do something else they wanted to do, then come back and do another a while later. Now, some of my children wanted to get all their worksheets done first and then just be finished with that part of schooling for the day. Let your child do whatever's easiest and most conducive to their way of learning. Don't make them sit for 30 or 45 minutes working on homework unless that's what your child can handle. Make it easy and fun. Don't get bogged down. Keep it simple and don't struggle. Number 3, find your child's interest. Think about what subject does excite your child. Do they love space exploration, computers, a superhero, a particular animal? Find out what is the most interesting subject to your child. I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a 2nd grader who loves horses. She talks about horses, has toy horses, reads books about horses. That is her interest. Once she's done the worksheet on, say, history for the day, let's say it was about Abraham Lincoln. Go to the computer with her and look up what kind of horses Lincoln had. What were their names? Have her spell his horses' names on paper or write a sentence or 2 about his horses. What colors were his horses? If she's in one of the grade levels that would be appropriate for her to write an essay, let her choose what kind of horse she would like to research and write about. Incorporate horses into as many subjects as you can to keep her interested in the subject matter. She'll start to be excited to learn about Abraham Lincoln just from learning more about the horses he had. And actually, I looked it up, and when you look that up, there will be a story about his children's horses and ponies as well. Let's say your child is supposed to learn about adding or subtracting. Have her look up how many horses are in the American Royal Rodeo each year. Ask her a couple of additional questions. Have her add or subtract the number of quarter horses from the number of Clydesdale horses, or add up how many horses win prizes compared to those who don't, or how many different breeds of horses there are. Whatever it may be, use the subject she's learning on her worksheet and supplement some additional learning incorporated with her favorite subject in it. For science, she could learn what kind of food horses eat, how it's grown, planted, harvested, or how it's digested in their body, how they use food for energy to run races, and etc. I think you get the idea. The point is, use your child's own interests to get them excited about learning the subjects they need to know for their grade level. Number 4, supplement more. Easy supplements to your child's workbook curriculum can be found at the library and online and even on TV. When my children were homeschooling, I had them watch the History Channel, the Discovery Channel, and programs that taught interesting facts that would get them excited about learning. We would also access the library for any programs they would have available that I thought would interest them. We would also take a weekly trip to the library to pick out books they wanted to read. If your library is closed because of the pandemic, you can still usually find ebooks through the library, as well as audiobooks and online documentaries and other resources for free. Number 5, don't be a home classroom. One of the mistakes many parents make when starting out schooling at home is they try to make their home the same as a school classroom. I did the same thing. From experience, that isn't only not necessary, but it isn't the best thing to do either. You can become burnt out and so can your child if you try to structure their schooling at home the same as at school. It's a different situation, so it calls for a different atmosphere. Sit around your kitchen table or even on your couch with your child. Go over the worksheets or reading materials you want them to do and discuss the subjects. Have fun and build a relationship while you do this. Number 6, get them involved with other homeschooled kids. Personal contact, activities, and field trips are important to keep your child feeling excited and motivated to keep learning. Sitting in front of a computer all day or working by themselves on papers is not a motivating proposition. They need interaction with others and things to look forward to as well. There are lots of homeschool groups, church groups, scouting organizations, and even specific interest groups like horseback riding clubs, martial art classes, or music or drama clubs, as well as sports teams. Now, I don't suggest that you overload your child with activities, but certainly have them involved in 1 or 2 things outside of your home setting that will keep them active and engaged. Has this video been helpful or given you a different perspective to consider? If so, please take a moment and subscribe to this channel so you can see more new content each week. Also, take a look at the cards right here and see more videos with step-by-step solutions to your parenting questions. Parents, you can do this. Thanks for watching.